I don't have a whole lot of time for this one, but I wanted to come and play a couple games. Just been a few days, and I just want to have something on stream, you know. I don't want to put low quality stuff out there. Did have a long day and everything, but it's been a while. We'll get into it. 5-3 is about what I need right now. Well, I could play a little bit faster than that. 3-2 is fine. Games are going quick. I'll play 3-1. It'll work too. All right. And this guy's beaten me twice. So let's I like how Lichess has that. Shows the games. See if I remember these. Uh oof. Looks bad. Whatever happened, it looked bad. Man, looks like I got checkmated twice. Alright. Scotch game. So Scotch Gambit. Let's play into it. E5, D5. Now, there's a line here I like, and it goes like this. Alright. Take castle. Or you might take back here first. No. Okay. See which way he goes. Now, if he tries to develop first, he plays here. Might let me get this in. No, okay. I don't know what the best move is here. Maybe here. I don't really know how to go about this. Usually I would develop here, but we could do that. Let's go this way. A headband? No. No, not this time. Maybe next time. I got a bad haircut. I didn't really get a bad haircut. I need a haircut is what it is. I got a lot going on here. Yeah, no headband. I might have to start wearing a headband. That might make me stand out. All right. So the development, I assume, is going to go this way, or maybe even this way for his knight. So really, I should start thinking about how I'm going to move against that. The queen is going to be perfectly safe here. Let's do that. There's really no way for him to attack. The knight can't get to any of these squares. The bishop can't attack. Um, Eventually, I'm going to play to create a passer. For right now, let's do this. And I'm probably going to move this rook here. Let's do that. Now, if he brings the knight in here, it doesn't really attack anything. And I could also play to get rid of this a-pawn. Okay, it's going that way. Now, I could just play this right here. I'm sorry, yeah, the time format's 3-1. Now, again, this guy's already beaten me twice. So I really want to win this game. I could take. But what does that do? Take and then knight takes, and then I have to worry about this. Let's see. Pride is at stake here. That's exactly correct. That's what it's all about. It's all pride at this point. Um okay, I have to make a move quick. We're at quick time controls. Part of me wants to play this, but I know that how weakening that is. I'm not gonna do that. Part of me wants to go up this way, followed by this. Let's do that. Let's go this way. Now, if he comes here, I'm going to take, obviously. He's not going to go there. Let's just go here. Offer the trade. And now I can't push this pawn yet, but I can start to defend this way, which is what I wanted to do. Get a third rank defense here. Okay, I'm fine with this. And now I pivot. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, he can take right there, and he probably will. But if he takes right there, I can just take with queen, and I think I'm okay. Because the rook's guarding it. He could also take here on this. But then I have this with tempo. Or no, I don't, because then he takes the rook and he's attacking the queen. Wow, okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, there's back rank issues here. And he chose not to do anything about it, which is kind of weird. But I'll just play back. But he's about to make a big threat. Ugh, this is so ugly. He plays so accurate. Like, this is... I bet if we go back, I bet this is the best move. Now he's going to take here. Right? Yeah. And I don't think I can really do anything. All I can do is play rook up. I mean, that bishop move, I'm willing to bet that was the best move. I probably should have played here. I'm running out of time, though. Let's go here. This way. Okay, gotta go this way. Sure. Rook down. A sack. Go this way. Oh, interesting. Okay. Threatening mate. Didn't see it. I stole one. Oh, I stole that one. That definitely shouldn't have happened. He was winning, for sure. I want to see if that bishop move was best. It seemed like a really strong move that not a lot of people would have found. Where is it? Bishop, where was it? Bishop right here. Is that not strong? I guess not. I am from, you're not going to believe me when I say it. I'm from Thibodaux, Louisiana, the home of the nickel state colonels. Very south Louisiana, right around where the show Swamp People is filmed. I don't, as far as I know, I don't have like the Cajun accent, but I'm I've been playing chess for about 30 years, and I wish I was better, but I'm not. But I'm pretty good. You know, I'm in like the top couple percentile player. Yeah, Thibodaux, Louisiana. That's it. I got a lot of family that speaks the Cajun accent, and some of them even speak Cajun French. But let's get in the game. 3-3 is good. Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't always, you know. That's whenever I started, my first provisional rating was like 1200. So if you're better than 1200, you can, you know, it doesn't take it doesn't take a whole lot to get to like 1800. Everything past 1800 is big steps, big steps at a time. And I've been around 2000 for a long time. Yeah, I mean, playing over the board is a big part of it, and playing long chess is a big part of it. You have to play games that make you think. See, like these time controls are way too short. No one will ever get really good at chess playing 3-minute chess. You have to have time to think. and time to consider all the consequences of every move you make. Because that, like, I find over the board chess, the big part of it that people, blitz players especially, don't learn to do correctly is to really think of all the consequences of each move. Like every pawn move is a huge move because you're committing to a structure every time you move a pawn because you can't move it backward. So you're committing to a structure anytime you move a pawn. And people don't think of it that way. Like they make moves without like this h6 move. It looks great because it keeps two pieces off of this square, right? And it gives the king an escape square. So it does do a couple of good things. But it also weakens this square. Now this is the only square defending it. So a pin from a piece like this leaves this square completely undefended. So like if he plays queen b3 and then plays knight here, I can't take the knight because this square is undefended because I moved this pawn up. So it weakens things, and among other things, it also gives it a target if he wants to do a pawn push later. He can come all the way in here and challenge this pawn up here, and I've committed that part of my structure. So I have to be careful, and people just don't think of it that way, especially blitz players. All right, so I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play f5 since he's already played b4. Queen b3 comes behind his pawn structure, so he can't attack pieces. So I'm expecting him to play a4 at some point soon, and I'm going to play a5. He's going to play b5, and I'm going to play knight to e7. In shorter formats, initiatives, yeah, I mean initiative's important in all speeds. All right, I lost my bishop. No big deal. Not that big a deal. Still want him to play a4, or still think he's going to play a4, I should say. I'd like for him to take my bishop first, because I'm not going to take back with the knight. I'm going to take back with this pawn and free this rook into the half-open file. Yeah, initiatives, it's I can say it's everything, but it's a lot, You definitely you'd rather your opponent be reacting to your moves than you reacting to theirs. But sometimes if your opponent's super aggressive, it doesn't, you know, he leads himself to the gallows. So now it's probably bad. I mean, it can't be good for my structure to take here, but I also have the option, it looks like, of playing d5 very soon. So I'm probably just going to do that. Let's do that and work for d5. Now, if he's smart, and I don't know how smart he is, he's okay. Yeah, this pawn's protected, so I'm going to play d5 right away. And what I'm going to end up with is a symmetrical structure on the king side, and he's going to have a better structure than me, but mine's going to be solid. Give up this pawn, but I'm about to get it back like this. All right. And from here, I didn't really have any plans, but I'll take this bishop, I guess. Let's see. That seems to be best. Hopefully it comes here, because then after knight takes, I'll pin his knight to the rook. Okay, saw it. That's fine. Go this way. Bishop's going to come here. I do not have a FIDE title. I'm as strong. I'm probably just under candidate master strength. So I'm like a USCF expert strength. Somewhere I play somewhere between 2000 and 2100. So what I really want to do is get here because I'd want the bishop to fork the rook and knight if I can. I could also play for this. Like, let's play here first. Show you what I'm talking about. Now, if he trades, I'm going to come right back here. So, like, Sorry. Take the rook back. And then if he takes, then I can come back here and get the pawn. But I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't know if that's even in the plan. I don't know what this is doing. Maybe just guarding this square, which is, reasonable. But let's pile onto the square. Knight wasn't really doing anything. Do I ever plan on getting the CM title? I mean, not really, because I've never played a FIDE event, and I don't foresee myself playing FIDE events. I mean, I could. I play USCF events around Louisiana. I'm not a very active chess player. If you look up my USCF ID and all that, you won't find a whole lot. Let's see how I want to go about this. I kind of want to check and then take with the bishop. Kind of. Yeah, let's do it. Now, if he comes here, okay, I think there's tactics here. I think I can just take right here. I think. Yeah. Because after takes, his back rank's weak. But I'm also attacking his rook. He'd have had to move back here, and then I win this pawn and attack the rook at the same time. And that's why he resigned. Because I end up 2 pawns. Because I can always just play rook back over to defend. So, good game. Tactics got him at the end. He has to come... He has to play back here to guard against the back rank. I take here, and it's attacking the rook now. So he has to move over, like, say, to here. And I really don't even have to... because of the back rank, I don't have to defend this bishop right away. But I think he wins this pawn. Yeah, he wins it anyway. So, okay, I'm up 1 pawn in the opposite color bishop endgame. He probably shouldn't have resigned, but he has no winning chances here. He'd have been defending a worse endgame for a while. But it's probably objectively drawn. You see 0.07, 0.7, I mean, so it's probably... I probably end up winning that, but maybe not. I don't know. It would have been tough. It would have been a tough one. Um, the fastest, just so you know, because you said you were a bullet player, the fastest time control I ever play is 2-1, which is way too fast. I play 3-3 a lot. I play 5-3 a lot on stream so that I can talk through my moves. 5-3 is probably the best for streaming. But I don't like playing 10-minute games. I find that's too long for streaming. I'll sit down over the board and play a 10-minute game, but not for streaming. And nobody wants to play today. Let's play something else. Let's play a Carol Khan. If you want to see any openings, let me know. I'll play anything. I don't find openings matter all that much at this level. I'm just trying to play sensible, developing moves. Trying to do stuff that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. If you get that one tempo, you can usually make a lot out of it in the opening. You just have to look for the moves that take advantage of the one tempo. Like right here, if I play this and he castles, I win knight, rook, or I'm sorry, bishop, knight, and rook. Bishop, rook over, rook. Okay, so I would just win bishop and rook for queen, so that's no good. So if I play this and he castles, then this would have been a wasted move. So I'm not worried about that right now. What I really want to do is this. Kind of discourages his bishop from developing to here. And now I'm gonna, do I want to develop my bishop first? Yeah, so this isn't really doing anything because the queen cannot legally get away from guarding the bishop right now. You said bullet is addictive and you're having a hard time switching back to blitz. I bet if you start, do you stream chess? I'll wait for you to answer that. Tell me if you stream chess. And if you do, I'll subscribe. Okay, you just play. So if you stream chess and you start talking through your moves, I guarantee you you'll rather play blitz than bullet. Because I mean bullet you can't really talk in bullet. You can kind of show at like Hikaru kind of shows as it's going. We'll play this. Hikaru kind of shows as he's going, but he talks about like ideas while he's playing 1 minute, and Daniel does the same thing. But it's not they're not really thinking out loud about they're thinking about their moves. They're calculating and everything. They calculate at a tremendous rate, but they're not thinking the way we think. All right, my development is great. My knight is probably my worst piece. He needs to play c4. Trumpowski, I mean, it's solid. There's nothing wrong with that opening. Magnus played it in the World Championship. Can't be bad. Then again, Magnus plays everything. All right, this bishop, I want to move this bishop back because I want the queen to be able to come to c7 with an attack on h7. And he's already weakened his king a little bit by playing h3. So that's going to be the direction I go in with that. It stays on this diagonal. The drawback is I've taken away a possible defense of this diagonal. So this diagonal belongs to his bishop now, but he's placing it on this diagonal. I also could have had the bishop on f8 defending this square, but because I doubled my pawns on the dark squares right here, I have a little added defense. So I feel pretty good about that. And now I'm going to come here with threat. I think he has to play either f4 or g3. I don't think there's any other way to go about this. And if he plays g3, excuse me, if he plays g3, I have this. Okay. That is not the move I expected him to play. So let's see what I can get out of this. I feel like I can play against this. Is it as simple as c5? I'm not sure. I got to make a move. Let's move. c5. Now he can take this. I'm happy if he takes that. This knight is doing absolutely nothing. Obviously he can't take because of the queen. I'm expecting him to play this actually, because the knight guards as long as I can't take it. But then again, I have h5, so maybe not. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I use the webcam on my computer, so if I change position, I have to do that. Now, here, I'm going to isolate the pawn. That comes first. And then I think I'm going to move back this way. And now, the game has evolved. Because of my threats to the king side, I've now forced an isolated pawn that I can blockade. And I might want to blockade with the knight, because the knight's not doing anything right now. The bishop is kind of doing a little more. I'm going to play this way. We're going to blockade here. Hey, nice. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty new to this. What's a raid? Explain. Does that mean you get a bunch of people to come and watch my stream? Because that would be pretty awesome. I would love you guys. Hey, nice. That is very cool. Thank you guys. So I'm going to attack this pawn, and now I have a strong blockader of this pawn. And after he pushes, because he kind of has to, I'm going to bring this bishop back around to b5. So are you guys all the Raiders, are you chess fans? Is this another chess stream? Or is it just random streams? Because either way, it's pretty awesome. Okay, now from here, oh, nice. Okay, chess.com. I like chess.com, but I find Lichess, I need to start moving. I find Lichess has all the same stuff for free, where with chess.com, you have to pay for everything. So I don't see why people wouldn't play on Lichess. Um, what am I doing here? Let's blockade again. And now I can play against this square. I can play here actually next. He's running out of time too. So let's go here, threaten the queen. Take there, no? All right, let's double up. Let's get some major pressure. Yeah, let's take this way. Rook over, and we're gonna play. Let's play here. He can take with the bishop. I'll move over, and I got major threats here. This is mate. Oh no, it's not. It's not mate. So what do I do? I have time. Man, how is this not mate? This has to be mate. Um, shoot, is it mate? It might not be. I might have messed up here. Uh, here. Yeah, well, I have the draw. I thought it was mate though. I messed up. All right. It looks like we have to take the draw because I don't think I can mate him from here. No. All right. Draw it is. Let's see if I missed a mate real quick. Sorry about that. That was awful. I had to have missed a mate, right? Queen h4. It's mate in 7 from here. King h8. All right. So bishop, because this square is guarded. Now I know. And then here, here, here. I should have seen that. No, that was pretty bad. I should have seen that. A player my strength should have seen that for sure. But I was running out of time. All right, we're gonna make that. We're gonna make up for that one with this one. I'm gonna play a quick game. And again, if you guys want to see any openings, feel free to shout them out. We're gonna play a Papa Gambit to the French defense. Play G4. Threaten this. Yeah, well, Trompowski, I'll play it. So this opening, if you've never watched my stream before, this is what I play against the French defense. Um, it's very hard for black to hold the pawn, and usually white gets a really good game. If here, I play c3. So white's game is comfortable. Yeah, I mean, if you play an opening as much, like I've played this opening for a very long time, and if you play an opening a lot and you're able to pre-move strong moves, it can definitely give you a little bit of a psychological boost against your opponent for sure. All right, I think I want to play this way, but part of me wants to play this and this. I can't yet because of the bishop. Let's see. This bishop is not doing anything on this diagonal. That's not what it's there for. It's for this diagonal. So part of me wants to bring the bishop back to, bishop back to c2. I don't. Let's see. All right. So obviously I'm threatening this, and that makes it a good bit easier, right? Like too much easy. What am I missing? It's too easy. I'm missing something. Let's go this way. Yeah, let's do this, then this. That way he doesn't have pawn. He doesn't have the pawn break. And of course, if he plays this, then I just play queen e4. I think he made this a little too easy on me. Which, I mean, I don't have, don't get me wrong. This isn't like forced mate or anything. I just know having this battery, and he can't stop the queen from getting to h7. Having this knight in the vicinity, and having a rook that can come over is going to go a long way. So here, what would be the best way? This check with the bishop allows me to take this with check on the next move. So that's probably best because, I mean, he has to block, right? Let's do that. Check here, check here. Although I suppose I could have checked with the knight. Still can check with the knight, right? Or I could do this. That looks pretty. Ooh, that looks kind of nasty. That looks kind of nasty. I feel like there's force mate. Let's find the mate. So check. If I check here, is he even forced here? Let's say he's forced here. Let's just say he is for the sake of going through this mate. Check here wins the rook. Okay, so that's winning. So that's good. So let's say check here and he comes here. What do I do then? Check maybe? Block. Let's see if this works. This is good. It's not bad. Hopefully he comes here and I don't have to worry about it. But I think he's probably going to come here. Okay. Now we want to take this rook, right? We come up a bishop out of it. He develops here. And we go straight back, maybe? No. If he develops there, I do this, right? And now what? Come here, threatening this. Freeing this bishop. And now from here, I'm up 5 pawns worth of material. I have a whole piece. His pieces are kind of jammed in. Let's just start pushing pawns. He doesn't really have anywhere to go from here. I might have missed a mate at some point, but I don't think I did. A bishop 3 squares away from a knight controls the knight's entry. But not if a rook threatens it. That's no fun. Um, let's see. I mean, he's not really threatening me. If he comes here with the knight, I mean, I can just come here. Okay, he's got different ideas. Let's keep pushing. Yeah, we all have horrible time management skills. That's like the most common thing with chess players is not knowing how to manage time. Now, if he moves a piece, like say he moves the rook back to the file right here, I'm gonna play rook king b2 so that the knight doesn't have a check on him. But I don't see him doing that anyway because the king's trapped. There's nowhere for the king to go. Is there a threat? No, because the... Let's get out of the way anyway, though, just in case. Just in case. I always panic on 3-minute games too. I think we all do. Whenever you start running out of time, like for me, and I talk about this on the stream a lot, like I like to play with an increment because if you don't, it's just chaos, you know? Yeah. It's like it gets down to a couple seconds left and you're really not playing chess anymore. You're trying to see why wasn't rook a1 mate. Let's see what you're talking about. Rook a1. Oh, right here? It probably was. Yeah, I just missed it. I was talking and missed it. Yeah, it was. I was talking and missed it. Oh well. He gave it to me. My bad. I wasn't even thinking about that line. I'd have probably seen it after a minute. That's my fault. I'm gonna miss a lot. I mean, I'm not a grandmaster. You know, sometimes I go off on a tangent and I start thinking about my plan, and I don't play the best objective move. Happens all the time. So I didn't get white, so I can't play a Trompowsky. But we can play like let's see what he plays here. Um, let's do this. Yeah, three times game. Yeah, I had got up. I think in one of the time. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can't leave it. Never mind. I was gonna show you in one of the time at one of the time levels. I got up to like 24 or something like that. It was pretty high, but I came crashing down. I mean that's inflated for me. Oh, I blundered way more than that in the game and won. I had a game over the board one time that I drew. It was a draw we called it a draw by mutual fear because neither one of us really knew what was happening in the position and we just agreed to a draw because it was just too complex. Now this is bad. I'll tell you right now, this is bad. Um, he's going to develop the knight here and probably here, and I'm probably going to have trouble developing this bishop, but maybe not. I might be able to just get it here and not worry about it. Let's see. I need to get this here to help defend this pawn. Yeah. Um, here maybe. Yeah. Why not? All right. Let's go back. Okay. And when that does, he's gonna get bishop for knight, but I mean he's severely weakened his pawn structure with that. So hopefully I can make something happen with that. And I mean if he gives up this and he thinks that winning that pawn is worth it, I think I'm gonna get a lot of play for that pawn. A lot of play. But I guess we'll see. Let's go here. Now I'm threatening this. He has to take here. Or not. And I'm going to take this. Right? Let's think about it. He just took a knight. So I can, if I choose to, take, and after bishop takes, rook up, and I am then up a pawn in material. Then he can take here. So I would be giving up, I'd have material equality for what? He'd have 2 extra pawns, and I'd have a rook for a piece. And this bishop's undefended, and that kind of forces my hand, so let's do it. I have to. Oh, he took that way. That was a surprise. All right, let's do this. Hopefully he takes this bishop soon, so I don't have to make the choice anymore. All right, now he just loses. I don't know if he even saw that. I mean, I was pretty sure he was looking at tactics there, but I guess not. Let's try and play a higher rated player. I don't like playing without an increment, but we'll play without an increment. So the Trompowski is bishop g5, right? What do I play? Do I play bishop g5 against d5? I don't think so. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks for joining in, man, or girl. I don't know if you're a man or woman, but thank you for joining in. That was nice of y'all to raid me. Now I know what that means. So is bg5 is d4 d5 bg5? It's got to just be after knight f6, right? We're gonna try it again with the next game, whoever the next game is. D4 d5 bg5. Okay, I will try it next time. I was thinking there was no way that was it after without knight f6. But if you're telling me that's it, I will do it. I will do it next time. I play h4 a lot in every position, in all kind of different kinds of positions. Against a Dutch, I was playing it my last stream, um, g3 and h4, and bishop develops to h3. That's how I like to play my Dutch. This looks interesting. Let's see if he'll trade this. Stock. Oh, h4. Yeah. You talking about the Trompowski or h4? Because h4, I know AlphaZero helped h4 become popular. Yeah, AlphaZero helped h4 become popular. Um, this rook, where is it useful? Yeah, AlphaZero helped h4 become. AlphaZero pushed it all the way. You play h4, h5, h6, like often. So this looks good because it doubles the pawns and isolates this pawn, but it's actually bad because this pawn can't move up to help defend it, and the rook comes on the file and helps. So don't get fooled into thinking that knight takes c6 is any good here, because it's not. What I really want is for him to move this knight so I can take this pawn. But how do I get him to move that knight? I could play bishop g5. Let's do that. Okay. Takes. And then here, maybe? Sure. And now I want to play this, but not yet. Not until after takes. Actually, since this bishop goes this way, I'm not going to play it at all. Instead, we are going to make a threat. What can we threaten? Is anything en prise? This bishop is not defended. but there's no real way to attack it other than this. But I think that suffices because it guards this pawn, right? Because the rook is no longer hitting this pawn if I move the knight back. It attacks the bishop, and it opens this bishop up to here. So the only move that defends everything would be bishop c8, which I know he doesn't want to play that because he doesn't want to develop backwards and he wants to get his rook out. So let's play it. And let's see what he does. A lot of benefits to this move. All right, just giving up that pawn. If takes, rook b8. Can I make a threat first? Can I make a threat first? What if I come here? Let's do that. We're going to come here. We're going to move a rook over. And if he hasn't done something about this, okay, then he does. It's a good move. And now remember, this is attacking this. Let's get a rook on the same file as the queen, just as a matter of principle. Now we can start to have like b3. We could get the other rook on the other open file too. Play this first, right? Yeah. I'm starting to run low on time. I need to stop talking so much and start moving. It's the problem with playing without an increment. If I played a 5-minute game with a 3-second increment, I'd have plenty of time to think and talk out loud. But playing this quick game like this. All right. He's giving it up. And I will take the challenge. And now I will move here. This is not so much of a threat if the knight's here. Because it's guarding this square. And he knows that. That's why I moved off of it. Man, I want to play this, but I don't know if it's any good. Let's play it. Yeah, let's do it. Running low on time. Let's get into an end game that we're better in. Okay. Man. Let's go this way. If bishop here, I play queen here. And I should have a winning end game. Actually, queen's coming here no matter what. Unless he plays bishop here. But he won't play that. I'd be shocked if he played that. We gotta make some moves. We gotta make some moves. That would have been a disastrous pre-move. I think I could just do this, right? I don't think he can defend that pawn. I don't think. Running low on time. Probably gonna clock me. But I feel good knowing that I had a better position. Because I certainly did. No, I don't want to do that. Do this. Probably gonna take because he can take here. No? Okay. Damn, missed it. It's okay. All right. And this is where I get clocked. Yep. All right. That was a drawn in game, obviously, that I was probably winning at some point, but it was drawn until I got clocked. I don't like playing without an increment for that reason because it's just, I mean, that's silly. That to say that I lost that game, I mean, that's even when I win a game by clocking somebody without an increment, it doesn't feel right. It's like not chess at all, but whatever. I mean, it's just a rating. I really don't care about an online rating. It's if that would happen in real life, it would be a different story. But all right, so I'm gonna play Bishop G5 here, right? Pretty much no matter what. You said D5, Bishop G5. All right, didn't have to worry about it. So I don't know the opening at all. I'm gonna try and piece it together as I go. I play this against the Trumpowski. To which I find the most annoying answer is H4. Not necessarily good, but definitely annoying. I was thinking about it a long time. Okay? I assume we wouldn't play that if we wouldn't plan on taking. And now from here, I'm just going to develop. Nice natural developing moves. Let's play this. I feel like my structure is better. No need to complicate things. Play straight up. Let's launch. He's obviously trying to castle queenside. I'm probably not going to castle at all. I also don't want to give him any kind of sacrifices that get all the initiative. Like if I play b4 here, for example, and he decides to sacrifice one of his pieces on it. Um, yeah, so let's get behind the pawn here. And it also gets on this diagonal. Now if he pushes, I'll just play back and then develop this way. It's going to take a few moves, but getting the knight on f4 is be a strong square for it. This is going to have to be my last game too. I got to get some sleep. I wasn't planning on playing long, but people popped into the stream, so. Purple Haze, good old Louisiana beer. Abita Brewing Company from Abita Springs, Louisiana. Really good beer. All right, let's go with the plan. Going backward to go forward. Close the center. I'm actually probably going to play knight g3 since he put his bishop here. Because he'd like to fracture my pawn structure this way. I'm not going to let him. We're going to make it to where as soon as he castles, I can push b5. You know, a5 here would probably be a pretty good move on his part. Because if I take, he takes back with the knight, and the pawn structure is locked. So we'll see. Let's play this way, and I'm threatening this now. Threatening knight f5. Threatening knight f5 and hoping he castles queenside, and I just play this. Okay, that's an interesting way of meeting that. I think we just want to develop, right? This way. The only thing is, if he gets a rook onto the g file, then I'm gonna end up having to come back to defend this pawn. So I'm not really sure I want to do that. How about I just attack this pawn? That's a thing. Okay, now I have a couple of interesting little tactical tidbits. Part of me wants to take this right now and then play this. The only problem is b4 is undefended. What I could do is takes after takes, pawn push, play against the bishop. Because his knight really doesn't have anywhere to go. If he ever comes in here, I could just take with the bishop. Let's do that. Just because he's not expecting it. I think I want to just take, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that. I don't think you're going to be able to attack me. As long as my queen's right there. You're not going to be able to get me with the rook. The bishop's going to come here. Actually, the bishop's going to come here. Hit that pawn real quick. King's going to come up, and then rook over is going to protect my rook. I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Good game. And let me save my rook. All right. And that's going to have to be all for tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. That was great. And I will see y'all next time.